Hello everyone, it's Bettina Mensch here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and today is TradeUp Tuesday, where I offer some solutions for pollution caused by some of the everyday household products that we use. If you hear a little rumbling in the background, it's because we're about to get a big storm here, and it's going to cause a lot of rain, which brings me to the idea of water and what today's topic is, which is the startling amount of harm caused by all of the plastic bottles that are used in our world. So I want to tell you some of the facts about that. Well, first of all, I want to say that this is hurricane season in Florida, and that goes from June 1st to November 30th. And at the very first sound on the TV and radio that there's a storm brewing somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, there is a huge rush to the food stores like locusts. And in addition to getting a huge amount of toilet paper, which we know from COVID that this is a similar scenario, there's also a big run, so to speak, on things like bread and batteries, and a huge amount of plastic water bottles that are piled high into the shopping carts. So a few things that I want to tell you about plastic bottles, and I'm going to look at my notes because I don't memorize everything. So each day, people in the US throw away more than 60 million plastic water bottles, most of which end up in the landfills or as litter in our streets, our parks, and our waterways. Each year, around 22 billion water bottles are thrown onto the roadways and the beaches and into the ocean. And they release these toxic chemicals that end up causing unbelievable disease and hormone-causing cancers to the marine life. It takes up to 1,000 years for one of those plastic bottles to decompose. According to One Green Planet, plastic bottles contain bisphenol A, which is an acronym is BPA. And this is a chemical used to make the plastic hard and clear. BPA is an endocrine disruptor, which has been proven to be hazardous to human health. It has been strongly linked to a host of health problems, including certain types of cancer, neurological difficulties, early puberty in girls, reduced fertility in women, premature labor, and defects in newborn babies. BPA enters the human body through exposure to plastics such as bottled drinks and cleaning products. It has been found in significant amounts in at-risk groups such as pregnant women's placentas and growing fetuses. A study conducted last year found that 96% of women in the US have BPA in their bodies. Now, isn't that just shocking? 96% of us ladies have BPA in our bodies coming from drinking out of plastic bottles, whether that's water or some other liquid, and also that come with the chemicals that we use for cleaning products. Now, I want to say that the tap water here in Fort Lauderdale is perfectly safe. And I know this thanks to the fact that my sister Annie is a hydrogeologist, and so she tells me that it's safe water to drink. There's nothing in there that's harmful for us to drink, but I don't prefer the taste of the water, which is unfortunate because really water to me shouldn't have a taste at all, but it does, and I don't appreciate it. So I used to use 2 3-gallon jugs, big jugs that I would take to the food store and have the water refilled. And I thought, you know, that was a really good choice because I don't have a water system in my home that is just attached and I can just get it right out of the tap. And so I thought that those big plastic jugs were a good choice. But now I've found something better, and that's what I wanted to talk with you about today. So if you are like me and you don't have a filter system in your house and you are using plastic water bottles, the choice that I want to suggest to you is the Berkey water filter. That's that thing right here behind me. See that big silver thing? That is a water purifier, and I love it. I've had it since last November. It has ended me having to take these 5-gallon or 3-gallon jugs of water back and forth to the food store so that I didn't buy the individual plastic bottles. And well, it caused me several trips to the store every week because I would run through the 6 gallons of water pretty rapidly, and it's heavy to lug it around. So that was awesome when it came to COVID time that I had this fabulous filter because I didn't have to do any of that. I love it. It's really great. So I wanted to tell you, because I don't have any financial affiliation with Berkey, I just did the research and I know friends who are using it as well. And I love it. It works perfectly. The water tastes fantastic. And I wanted to tell you that what's so great about it is it actually can filter out viruses. And because it can do that, and it has been tested to do that, it qualifies as a water purifier rather than just a water filter. In addition to viruses, it can take out bacteria, heavy metals, microorganisms, pharmaceutical drug contaminants that are in our water system that aren't filtered out, pesticides, and other organic compounds. This baby is so effective that you can use it for untreated and raw water sources such as lakes, rivers, stagnant ponds. So people like to take this camping with them. I like it because if we do have a hurricane this year and it disrupts our water system, that I'm going to be able to use the Berkey to filter still the water that comes out of our taps without having to boil it. So I just want to also mention that not only is it beneficial to have this great filter, but I want to just put a little thought in your head about drinking water in the first place. And I have 2 friends who are my fitness coaches that I adore, Carrie and Valentina, and they are the ones that would say that the ideal amount of water that we all should be drinking is about 1/2 to 1 ounce per weight of our body. So if you weigh 150 pounds, that each day it would be ideal if you were drinking somewhere between 75 and 150 ounces of water. Now, that's quite a bit of water, and I do strive to drink that, but I have to admit I'm a bit of a camel, and it's easy for me to forget it because I just don't think about it so much. But I do have now this beautiful crystal clear water out of the Berkey. I drink it out of glass bottles when I'm at home. And then I have a stainless steel bottle that I take with me on the road. And to make the water just a little bit more appealing, I love to use essential oils. And I only will use essential oils like doTERRA. I only use doTERRA because I know that it is tested and that it is safe to use internally. It's a very different quality of essential oil than you will find in a retail location. And it has on the back of it a supplement fact box like you would find on your bottle of vitamins, which indicates visually that this is an oil that can be taken internally. So the lemon essential oil is squeezed from the rind of the lemons. Takes 7 pounds of rind to get this 15 milliliter bottle of essential oil. So that should give you the idea that this is a lot more potent and powerful than the juice of the lemon. And it not only tastes great in water, but it has other attributes to it. It can be used for green cleaning, can be used in water and used to sanitize and purify different surfaces in your home. It also is fantastic when you take it internally for respiratory health, and it's a great detoxifier. So it helps to take out toxins from the body. In addition to that, I make a fantastic salad dressing with nothing but olive oil and about 10 drops of lemon essential oil. It's my very favorite salad dressing. And it's also beautiful in the diffuser. It makes the air smell really wonderful, and you can use it in cooking. So many, many things that you can do with the lemon essential oil. So that's what I wanted to tell you today. To think about, is there a way that you can reduce your use of plastic water bottles, because they are a blight on the world. Every time I walk on the beach, I am picking up plastic water bottles that people either carelessly or mistakenly drop onto the beach, or maybe it's floating in from the ocean because people toss them overboard. So what can you do to reduce your use of individual plastic water bottles? And something like the Berkey filter, see, I have this in backwards, there we go. That would be a great choice. I recommend it highly. If I can help you learn more about essential oils, please let me know. I would love to do that because there are many, many health attributes to the oils. And you can either text me, you can go to my Facebook page called Reach for Essential Oils with me, Bettina Mensch. Thanks for being here today. Bye for now.